This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. Yeah, tell me now, like at 7 o'clock, we'll start the explanation session. Now we'll discuss on your doubts and clarifications first. Yeah, Ganesh, I think you are asking something important questions kind of thing, am I right?
No, Satya. Shiva Prasad has asked those things.
Okay. Yeah, Shiva, can you elaborate your question so that we'll discuss? Shiva, you are mute if you are speaking.
Satya, the point is here, can we cover at least one model? What is the important question that may come in that particular model like that? That's what my point.
Fine. So
suppose for AP,
yeah, fine.
like that. Yeah, thank you.
Sure. So in your examination, if it is an examination, out of 100, you need to get 35 marks. Only you need to get 35 marks, then you will be passed. Whereas in the implementation, for 100 questions, you need to pass 100 marks. Whether you are struggling, whether you are working on mornings, evenings, whatever it may be. And so the questions means usually the interviewer, how the way they will ask like 70-80% from the standard application, and then 20-30% questions. What happened, that questions he also may not know. In some situations he also may not know about the answers. What do you means, so he is facing some challenges in the current project, okay, and he don't know the solution, and he will ask in such a way that he knows that, and he is asking questions. It is not like all questions, I mean to say, maybe 2-3 questions. 2-3 questions he may ask directly whatever he is facing challenges. Then you should not get panic. Okay, the reason behind, if you get tense a lot in your mind, your mind, like your brain will not work properly for which is known questions as well. Okay, you need to be take patience, and then you need to skip that question at the earliest from your mind, because you don't know that question at any point. If you know, if you are thinking, and if you are no, fine, that is fine. With your logic, you can apply and you can give the solutions, tentative answers for that related. I mean to say, it is not direct solution. I mean to say, in the application, how it works is different, and I have a situation, I want to resolve that situation. That means, like it is definitely a business scenario which we need to map in the system, or in the system the fields and functions, whatever it is there, how it is working. These are the two different types of questions. Okay, see, one is product related question, means Dynamics 365 F&O, how it is working. And how to map to the business scenario. This is one kind of information, means from the system you are mapping business scenarios. Another one is business scenarios need to map in the system. So this is direct solutions, direct questions, whatever it is there. You can answer these questions very easily, but this you cannot answer. So if you are facing tough situation related to this area, you should not lose your mind on these questions. Understood the difference between these two first? Is it clear? Shiva? Anyone? What do you mean by these two words?
Yes, Satya. Which is known, which is unknown.
So always in normal situations, business scenario like this is in interviews, it will be 70 to 80%. This is 20 to 30%. This may be increased if you are becoming a senior consultant, topmost senior consultant, like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years experience guy. You may face this kind of issues a lot rather than this one, because you are already know about this product from many years. So if it is a junior people, they will get this kind of issues, and they will get this kind of issues also. But you need to, if you are able to answer these questions, this question, fine, immediately you can answer, think and immediately answer that one. Otherwise, if you don't know, your mind should not struggle a lot to think about this negative scenario, because you don't know, because you are a junior consultant. Then you need to skip, or you need to remove that question at the earliest from your mind, and you need to focus instantly on this one. So within that 30 minutes or 1 hour interview, that is the major important whenever you are applying interview. Because see, these questions sometimes you don't know at all, because you have not faced client. You have not faced a client, then this will not be applicable, am I right? Because in your mind you don't have this knowledge at all. Of course, I have given business scenarios. Whenever I'm explaining, I have given business scenarios. Those business scenarios is I have shown majorly from this point of view, not in this one. Tough situations, example for this tough situation, like material vendor, simple material vendor and transport vendor. How to map in the system? Do you have any idea? Anyone? So how to map in the system? I am asking this question. This is also straightforward, but nowadays, earlier it is a tough question. So material vendor versus transport vendor. Can you explain me the difference between these two? Anyone? Do you have idea? You don't have idea? Yes or no, please. Silence will not help us to understand whether you don't know or whether you know. If you don't know, no issues. I will give you clarification. Yeah,
No idea.
Ganesh,
Yeah.
yeah,
No
you
idea,
don't know.
Satya.
Okay. Lokesh?
Yeah, we know the concept, but I mean,
Yeah, can you
the
explain?
spelling is
So if I am asking this question in interview, so how can you answer this one? Do we have in Dynamics F&O or not?
yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
I
where it
mean,
is?
whenever we purchase a material,
Hmm.
so sometimes we need to pay amount to the third party vendors, maybe transportation charges, maybe freight. So that we need to configure, and that we need to add to purchases material, purchase amount.
But in the charges we don't have like that, am I right? We
Yes,
don't have
yes,
this
that is,
at all. Whether it is
yeah,
available or not available. If I'm asking questions directly like this, whether you
yes,
have,
available.
so where we can map? In which module? Is it an accounts payable module?
No, no, no. We have,
Uh,
I
uh.
mean, some
So I'm going to
costing module, some,
landed cost.
yeah, landed cost.
So see, now landed cost. So you are confusing about the module name. See here, I'm not blaming you, Lokesh. See, I'm just
Yeah.
telling you. Okay, so you should be strong about landed cost. Module is introduced recently. In this, it can be achieved. But in reality, earlier it is not there. From 2008 or 2009, I'm working almost from 2008 to till now. So this is not exist earlier. In the landed cost module, it was introduced, and you can do the payment directly to this vendor, transport vendor. So for this vendor, we can map using voyage. Using voyage functionality, we can achieve it. Okay, this is from the business point of view. He started, and he is asking like whether it is exist or not. But it is a gap in from last before 2021. It is a gap in the system. Okay, like this, there are many questions. If it is particularly, if it is logistics, I mean to say SCM, the entire SCM. Business scenarios will be more in this area. Trade and logistics, manufacturing, and then WMS, TMS, it is including, and retail. In this area, there is a lot of business scenarios. Whereas finance, business scenarios is less, and the straightforward scenarios will be more, because the ultimate goal from finance is you need to get reports properly. MIS reports or financial reports should be properly, and the taxation should be paid to the government of authorities in a proper manner without any mistakes. That is the main goal. Whereas operations, this is operations. So many people will think like F&O is a finance. Don't think like F&O is a finance. In this, finance is one module, and operations means this one. These all are operations and finance. F&O is not a module. F&O is an application. This is a finance module. Okay, in coming to AP, there are so many topics. So interviewer may ask any questions that depending upon the his situations. Okay, in this, what are the topics, important topics we'll discuss. Okay, one is like charges, whatever it is there just now. Charges is a subset in like accounts payable module. In accounts payable, charges is a small setup, whereas in the landed cost application, I mean to say in latest version, let me open this one meanwhile, give me a second. So that it will be open parallelly, we can see. Okay, it is loading now. Fine. So one of the important topic for accounts payable module are procure to pay. It is called P2P, procure to pay. In this, one of the most important is charges. Why? So based on the charges setup only, the landed cost or cost price of the item will be updated. So that is the reason it is most important. Charges in accounts payable module is a small function, whereas landed cost is the very enhanced module, landed cost. So there are so many things inside. So I have given high level picture. If you want, you can grow, you can understand from the system, or you can Google it. There are so many helps you can understand landed cost module. Next one is, next functionality is matching policies. Matching policies. one of the important topic. Next one is prepayment invoice. This prepayment invoice has two. One is against category prepayment invoice, the same thing, and another one is advance payment. Advance payment means simple one only, that you are doing payment in advance. At that time, instead of liability account, I would like to post to asset account. That is advance payment. This is very small, but this is functionality. In this functionality, what are the financial postings you need to observe clearly if you are facing tough interview. So this whatever I'm explaining, it is tough interview, tough or complex interview or challenging interview. So they may ask like prepayment invoice and advance payment. Next one is invoice register and approval journal. Journal, what is the function behind the process? Okay, remaining regular process, purchase and procure to pay process, you should know about that process in depth. Okay, in that procure to pay process, if you want to understand in depth inside, then there are 70-80% will be covered in logistics, because there are many options I have explained in T&L, but in finance I cannot teach all the scenarios. Okay, let me verify any other prepayment invoice matching policies. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. So you are learning consolidation process. Fine. Credit limit this, okay, fine. And here side also there are some more. Okay. If it is normal situation, normal question like check returns. Check returns, how to do it? This is normal process only. They may ask normal process, straightforward questions. Okay, next one is small setups what you learned related to terms of payment, methods of payment, and cash discount, etc. So in general, in interview, they will not ask, so the path, like where you have to click, that will not be in general. No one will ask in general, but sometimes maybe ask, but don't expect that kind of questions in the system. If you are expecting that kind of questions, means so like it is very, very, very low level interview. Okay, policies match. Okay, so one more policies, and it is not much important. Fine. Charges, payment setup. So in AR side there are many.
Here, PDC also come.
Yeah, PDC, but PDC is not that much.
Okay.
You can use it, but it is anyhow. It is not a complex scenario. Of course, check returns and PDC is together. Because if it is something, it is there. Yeah, you can write down also. This is also point. one of the point you can write. So if it is year side, okay, terms of payment. So Venkatesh is asking like terms of payment. Can we have one more recap? Sure, definitely we'll discuss terms of payment. It is very straightforward. Let us understand. So Venkatesh is asking terms of payment. Parallelly, let me open this application. And why I'm opening this one, I would like to give some more information here. So it is loading here. Don't close. If you close, it will not work properly. So people are asking me, pinging me in the group or in one-to-one a lot about this area. It is not in my control at all. Whatever it is, this application, it is not in my control. So don't expect or don't ask me, this is not working, can you please help me? I can't do. This is Microsoft controlled like lab environment or trial environment. So if it is not working, only one thing you can do, by right clicking here, run as administrator, and you can enter this one, then it will work properly. Okay, I will show you that one, but don't ask me this related questions. Okay, now, so terms of payment, you can have net or current month. So net means, usually net means 1 month 15 days means here each invoice after 1 month 15 days we are going to ask our due date is calculated based on this one. And here this one, look at this one, current month drop down is there, current month. All current month invoices, all invoices we are going to collect from 15th of next day, next month 15th we are going to ask. Whether it is suppose January, Jan 1st I have invoiced some amount, Jan 10th I have invoiced, Jan 15th I have invoiced, Jan 20th I have invoiced to the customer or vendor, whatever it may be, vice versa. Okay, then all the amounts for this current month I will pay. This is vendor side, that is the reason I'm doing. If it is all the invoices, whatever it is current month, I will pay on Feb 15th, from January 1st to January 31st, Jan 1st to Jan 31st, whatever the invoices are there, all the invoices will be paid on Feb 15th. Feb 15th. So we can map like this. This is current month, 15th day. So in the same manner, current quarter, current year, current week, we can map like this. Usually current month or net. It may not be used for current quarter. Current quarter means from Jan to March 31st, the entire quarter, I will pay so and so date, consolidated. So that much quarterly, no one will wait for money. Okay, usually it will be net or current month. So, and then COD also there. Look at this one, cash on delivery of cash. So if it is COD, we can enable this cash and we can map cash. Then immediately invoice come payment will be posted at a time. That means vendor, from vendor side we are paying money and we are taking material, or from the customer side, customer is paying money and getting money. And this one month, and you know, like 1 month is not equal to 30 days. That should be very much clear. Okay, is it clear? Any doubt in this, Venkatesh?
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Satya, you said that net means 1 month 15 days means it is from the date of invoice or from the date of due date.
invoice from the date of invoice. Due date is calculating based on the terms of payment, right?
Yeah.
So due date is getting calculated based on the terms of payment. So here net means, usually net means invoice to invoice. This is net means invoice to invoice. Whereas here this is also net. 1 month 15 days means, suppose one invoice is generated on 5th of January, then due date will be on 19th of Feb for this one. And another invoice have generated on 10th of January, then 24th Feb is the due date. This is net means invoice to invoice, it will be changed. Whereas current month means from January 1st to January 31st, whatever the invoices it was generated, any date, 15th Feb is the calculation date. Got
Okay.
it?
Okay.
This is not invoice to invoice. Cumulative invoices all together will be 15th January, 15th Feb only. That's what here.
Okay.
So suppose this application is not working, it is taking some time, then my suggestion is right click, okay, run as administrator, and you can open run as administrator. Right click, run as administrator, click on yes. Okay, if it is not working, then you can enter the email address, sorry, username, and submit. Then it is successful, it will show you successfully completed. Then it will work most probably. If it is any failures, it will show you the failures. So you can use admin user provisioning. Admin user provisioning. Okay, fine. Now any more doubts or clarifications? See here, this application is 10.0.21, the latest version. Of course, nowadays I think it is in the market 22 or 23 is available, but publicly it is available 10.0.21 is a trial version. Okay, in this we know like landed cost module, one of the new module introduced. So in this, voyage is the first most important. Containers, voyage, shipping container and voyage. So if you look at this one, charge codes, it was extended like anything. Charge codes, it is extended like anything. So earlier charge codes means item and vendor, like a debit and credit, here you can map. Now it was extended like anything. Okay, and then one important point you need to inform to the like interviewer, like vendor, if it is a transport vendor, in the vendor account, so here if you scroll down, I think it is in miscellaneous details. Yeah, shipping type, look at this one. In miscellaneous details, here voyages are came into the picture, and in this you can enable shipping company, customer, broker company, agent. So in this miscellaneous details, whatever it is there, voyage thing, it is not exist in the normal vendor, because in this I don't have landed cost module. So at any point of time, only one point, if you want to grow, only one point, at any point of time, you should have 10 to 15 questions in your mind. If anyone is asking, like anyone is ready to answer your questions, means you have to write down 10 to 15 questions. I have already always 10-15 questions in my mind, whatever I need to ask if any senior person approached me. But my bad luck, they will tell like, you know more than me. So here, look at this one. In the miscellaneous details, nothing here. But whereas landed cost, if it is enabled, it is only up to this one. Now it is voyages, you can map shipping company. This is, if you enable this one, means this is transport company. Shipping voyages, I told you voyages, it is shipping company. From port and it is there. Okay, agent and something, it is there. So to be frankly, depth we will discuss in the advanced warehouse management in the module. Okay, because it is entered, and still I'm also not completely 100% expert in this area. Still I'm exploring. Frankly, if I speak, like still I'm exploring a lot. So simply day to day, you are getting so many advanced features. You need to search and you need to verify some docs like our blogs or anything, or you can explore yourself. You need to try yourself. Keep on increasing your knowledge. In one shot or in overnight, you cannot become an expert. Put on efforts every day, day by day, and then you are going to increase your knowledge. Okay, in the same manner for AR side, if it is AR side, that is order to cash. Like this, they will use order to cash. If it is order to cash, one of the important is like credit limit. And I'm going to discuss with you blocking rules also. Blocking rules introduced recently. So these blocking rules are called, they are calling it as like credit limit or credit management. But in my opinion, this is completely blocking rules. All are blocking rules only, like try to block the invoice as much as possible. That's what the intention. It's they are telling it as a credit management, but in my opinion, those are blocking rules. So of course, the form name also it is blocking rule only. If you enable the credit management function, I will discuss with you after 7 o'clock so that everyone will join and let me discuss. Okay, credit like blocking rules. One of the important, I mean to say, normal business scenarios, they may not enable this function. Because if I want to do business, definitely it should be flexible to sell the material rather than blocking the orders. I need to dispatch the material. Maybe security kind of material, if you are selling, then you need to verify blocking rules. Maybe more secured material means costly items, some lakhs rupees of items if I am selling, I need to check before selling the item. Then it is, if it is a monopolistic kind of business, that will be succeeded. Otherwise, if it is a normal business scenarios, it may not be helpful to us for our business to run. Ultimately, what is the goal for this ERP means my my business should be smoothly, it should be run smoothly, and whenever the reports I want, the system should generate the reports and it should present in a structured manner to me. That is my business goal. Am I right? This is overall, as a CEO or CFO of the company, I will think like my company, my business should be run smoothly with the help of the ERP. And whenever I want reports, I want a good reports. Okay. So if anyone is one question like asking like, if you want to perfect testing, what is the meaning of testing means? Testing is a one word or one application nowadays. Testing also one of the important major task it will be executed. So what do you mean by testing means? Can anyone explain me? Any idea? Testing means?
Any changes or any implementation done before moving to production that we need to test in a test environment to ensure that everything is setups are going correctly, then move it to production.
Okay, perfect. So the toughest word of this testing means using login with the user, and try to break the system. That is the toughest uh, testing. What do you mean? Suppose take the example ATMs. So I'm using this ATM application now. You are doing testing of ATM software. Then you need to test in such a way that you need to log in with the normal user and you need to try to break the system. It should be failed. Then only that is a perfect testing. Negative scenarios should be very strong. If I'm putting my card, if I'm getting money, that is okay. But negative scenarios also. If I'm putting any other cards, normal cards, or uh, in any scenario, you should not break the system. It should, I mean to say, success scenario is 1-to-1 only. Failure scenarios may be many. So to break the system, even in ERP also, so that is the reason testing is most important, crucial to Microsoft whenever it is releasing. Because one feature, it may be helpful to the 10 customers or 100 customers. It may be harm to, if it is changing, it should not harm to 90% of the customers. Okay, so Microsoft need to think whenever it is releasing to the market. So whether it is 99.99% should be fulfilled with the majority customers without any breaking of the current system. That is the target. So for any ERP, testing is the toughest challenge. Of course, if you are implementing this product in one client and you are developing or you are changing the application, that is called customization or extension of the code, whatever it may be, you can call it as. So that testing, you will do testing only as per the client requirement. But in real time scenario, I mean to say, you cannot think about the rest of the world, what it is their requirement. So if it is any new feature is like introduced in one client, it is for you, it is simple. But if it is the same situation for the client, Microsoft, if it is a Microsoft need to think broadly, like so many different scenarios. Testing and development both. That is the reason Microsoft will take much time to release any bug fixing or anything. It will take much time because they need to verify all the scenarios, business scenarios. Whereas if you are doing testing for a specific client, it is very simple, straightforward. Means you are going to test one scenario, two scenarios, three scenarios, and negative scenarios maybe 5 to 6 or 10, not more than that. Whereas Microsoft releases, it will be hundreds of testing should be done. Then only it will be released. Because if it is released for one client, specific client, there is an issue, and it should not fail. It should not break the other client's functions. Okay, fine. So credit limit, one of the important topic, and then the toughest, like normal scenarios. I'm just showing you. So normal, regular, this one. Okay, and important one more topic from here, it is foreign currency revaluation, FCR. Foreign currency revaluation, also one of the important topic. So you need to practice with the system, and so in the system, if you want to practice, it is only 2 minutes job or 5 minutes job, but explaining the same topic to the interviewer is a very tough situation. It's very complex. With the help of system, I have explained to you, right, by showing the notepad and explaining, and I'm able to explain you properly. If you are explaining the same topic, FCR, foreign currency revaluation, to the interviewer in a like oral verbal words without notes or without any screen, little bit challenge. But if you are able to explain in a proper manner, he will be impressed. Okay, so AR side it is credit limit. Anyhow, you know already some things it is there, whatever it is there, it is there applicable here. Here also one is terms of payment and check returns and PDC. These three are exist anyhow in AR side and AP side. So in AP side, check return means what is that actually? The word
Deposit slip
deposit slip.
cancellation.
Yes, deposit slip cancellation. Okay, you need to remember. Next one is in AR side, credit letters here. So it is not AR, it is not giving in AR, but it is available here in the credit and collections, collection letters. Collection letters is one of the important. It is small function only, but collection letters is one of the important topic. I did not remember whether I have explained or not. I'm going to discuss with you after 7 o'clock. Collection letters is one of the important topic, and aging report. Customer side aging report is most important rather than vendor side. Customer aging report is most important. Okay, interest, it is there actually interest, but I have not to used in real time scenario. Maybe you can use the same logic will be applicable for collection letters and interest note. So, but I have not used. If it is a normal business, interest will not be you cannot apply that interest notes. If you apply interest notes, customer will not come back second time. If you are applying interest calculations. Next, anything? Okay. So trade agreement journals and purchase agreement journals is a part of logistics.
Satya,
Yeah.
can we run that foreign currency revaluation from ledger also?
From
General ledger module.
yes, it is there in the general ledger.
Yeah, there is an option, but I have done everything from accounts payable only.
But see that there are two things. This is from AP and ER, it is exports and imports. Exports and imports. It is foreign currency revaluation, that is for GL. Foreign currency revaluation for for general ledger. This is foreign currency revaluation is for main account. Main account. In the same manner for bank also. Cash and bank management. It is FCR for bank. What do you mean by this one? Suppose for one ledger account or one main account, we have posted, suppose our currency is US dollars. Our US, like USMF company is US dollars. Now I have posted in GBP. One transaction I have posted in GBP. It is debit is posted on so and so, and credit is posted the same for the same account. Credit is posted and so and so date. In this date, it is 1 GBP equal to 1.25 US dollars. Now this is on invoice debit is posted on suppose 15th October 21. Now credit is posted the same here 1000 GBP. But in this date, as per 1 GBP it is fine, but as per GBP it is fine. 1000 GBP it is credit is posted. Now it is 1.30. Then this is on 5th of November. 5th November. Then 1000 GBP debit and credit, it will be nullified. Am I right? But
Yes, sir.
in trial balance, it will show you the difference balance. Agree?
Yeah.
So for that, we need to run foreign currency revaluation for bank, for main account.
So
for
for
that,
each module, we have to run the foreign currency revaluation from the respective module only.
yeah. So if it is yes, exactly, you are right. Whatever you have given, whatever the statement you have given, that is perfectly correct. Only one thing you need to remember. So usually main accounts, ledger accounts, it may not be, but if it is applicable, you need to remember only one point, one important point. Suppose like prepaid insurance, something I have taken. Then you need to enable this foreign currency revaluation checkbox. Then only it will work. Otherwise, it will not work. For customer and vendor, there is no checkbox to run this foreign currency revaluation. But whereas for ledger account, it is must, you need to enable this foreign currency revaluation checkbox. Then only it will work. Got it? There is the only extra condition between AP and AR versus GL.
So after completion of the month, before generating the trial balance, I have to run the foreign currency revaluation in each module: accounts payable, accounts receivable, general ledger, cash and bank, if it is right, Satya?
Yes, exactly, you are right. That in the year-end process and month-end process, I have written like all these four. If you remember, you can go back and verify.
Yeah, it has been already written. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the reason for actually cash and bank 2 years back it is not there. 2 years back it is not there. Actually earlier it is available for Russia. Now Microsoft has extended that instead of Russia, it was extended to all banks across the globe. FCR and cash and bank.
Okay.
Yeah, it is, you need to run all. It is based on the requirement of the customer.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah. One general
Any
question, Satya. What
yeah,
are all
please.
the certification we have to do for this finance module, Satya? Is it mandatory to get certification from Microsoft or not required?
So if you are in India, it is companies are not looking strictly about your certification. Microsoft clients are customers, sorry, the Microsoft partner companies means software companies like Accenture, TCS, they are not more keen about your certification whether you have completed or not. But whereas abroad countries, if you are traveling to any country, they will look at your certification. They will give high priority on your certification, whereas in India it is not. So in India, if you are in India, it may not be required. Why I'm telling this one, once you joined in a company, if you do certification, you can ask to reimburse that amount from the company. Before doing certification, you can approach your manager and ask like, I'm planning to do certification. So then what they will do, they will give approval. Then you can go ahead, and if you pass, then they will reimbursement that amount. That is the reason it is not that much important. But sometimes may not be, I don't know. So nowadays it is not mandatory. But if it is really companies are looking while applying job itself, if they are looking, then you can do the certification is best. So you know that certification numbers, am I right? Or you don't know?
MB 300 and MB 310, I think so, for finance
Exactly.
module.
Yes. MB 300 and 310. 300 is basics, and it is basics and system admin role. I mean, so admin. So that one is this one. More in depth, user roles related topic. Okay, and 310 is the finance. Finance. Next 320 is manufacturing. They will call it as SCM manufacturing. And MB 330, it is SCM logistics, trade and logistics, T&L. Okay, to be frankly, if I speak here, this warehouse management and transportation management, 50% here, 50% here, maybe 60-70% here, 30%, 40% here also there. But I made it as a separate module. The reason behind it is so many setups I need to explain you. That is the reason I made it separately. Okay, this is next MB340. Earlier it is beta version. Now it is made it perfect retail. It is called e-commerce. It is called e-commerce. Okay, and MB500, it is technical developer. MB700 is a solution architect.
Satya, you have to change that number for SCM manufacturing, 320.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, this is 20. And I'm expecting next one more course. I don't know the number. What is that? It will be project management and accounting.
So if you are going to settle down in abroad, the certifications are required. Otherwise, it is not required.
So I mean to say, in India also required. But my intention is, once you join in the company, while joining the company, they are not looking at your certification. Then once you joined, then you take the approval from your manager and do the certification. Here I'm not denying like certification is not important. Certification is required. But while joining, companies are not looking at your certification first. They are not giving first priority to the certification. They are giving first priority to whether you are able to do it or not. Got it?
Okay. Okay.
So once you joined in the company, then you can do certification and you can try for reimbursement of the money rather than in your pocket, from your pocket. That's what my intention.
And what is the market scope for this Dynamics, Satya? When comparing with other SAP, does the Indian companies are still offering to implement Dynamics, or they are mostly preferring SAP or Oracle, some other ERP packages?
Actually, in India also it is growing like anything. Dynamics. But here in India, whether if you are working in Accenture or if you are working in TCS or Infosys or any Hitachi, any company, are you going to work in Indian projects only?
No, it may be from abroad also.
Not maybe. 80%, 90% from the abroad only. 10% only you are going to work in Indian projects. Very few companies only will implement in India. So majority companies are working for USA or UK, Canada, Europe. There are so many. So don't think like India or some other country, because nowadays the world is a one small village. So you are going to work for any, because in the on-site place it is costly. Simple example I will give you. Like if you go to, I traveled Netherlands during 2018. Of course, I traveled more than 10 countries almost, but in 2018, I traveled to Netherlands. Okay, then their starting salary is 4,500 euros for starting salary. 4,500 euros means 1 euro means what is this?
80 rupees.
So I want to give you, it is 85 rupees, something 84 rupees. Fine. Okay. So now if it is 4,500 euros means 4,500 into 84 rupees, 3,78,000. Multiply with 12. So the package in Europe, 45 lakhs. So 45 lakhs. Now nowadays many companies, they are giving offer for senior like me 35 to 45 lakhs, because this is starting salary for Europe. Understood? For them it is starting salary, so they can utilize me maximum, suppose, and they can offer 45 lakhs, 35 to 45 lakhs easily, because this is a starting salary in Europe. Got my point?
Yeah.
So now if it is suppose 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs packages, whatever it is offering, it is nothing for them, small amount. Even if it is US dollars also, you can compare like this. So that is the reason we are getting paid a lot. And intelligent mind, our minds are, Indian minds are very intelligent when compared with other minds. Of course, intelligent in terms of logics, whether it is a development or anything. Okay, not in terms of business. Our minds are more about logic minds in terms of thinking about the logics rather than businesses. Whereas like UK or US or Canada, maybe Europe countries, their mindsets are business mindset a lot. So they can get business people, or I mean to say managers, a lot in abroad countries, but consultants they will not get. Okay.
Okay.
Whether I have given deviation, whether we are deviating from the functions. Fine. Any more questions? Now I would like to start the session, like the pending sessions, whatever it is
What
there.
would be the cost for this certifications? I mean, fees
So
and
in India, it is $80 US dollars. It is roughly around 5,700 or 800, between 5,600 to 5,800
okay.
Indian rupees. If you are doing the same certification in abroad, 165 US dollars.
Oh,
If you go to Dubai and if you are planning to do certification, it is 165. That is the reason I told you, if you are traveling to abroad country, one is you are wasting money, extra money. So try to do in India only and go whatever the country you want. Got it?
thank you.
Fine. Yeah, welcome. So you can find here simply you can enter like MB310 something. You can go to inside. So you can see here the price also, it will be there. United States, it is coming $165. If you select India, it is 4,800 INR. It may be keep on changing, I don't know. It may be taxes, yes, plus taxes will be there. Including taxes, it is around 5,800 or 5,000, between 5,600 to 5,800. So country to country it will be vary. Dubai, suppose, UAE, United Arab Emirates. Let me verify. United Arab Emirates, it is $165. Okay, it is UK, it is 113
This
GBP.
certification providing by Microsoft only.
Yeah, it is Microsoft only. You are
Okay.
going to get like certification from Microsoft only. Country to country it will vary. Fine. Any more? Okay, can we continue? Like, let me continue the subject, the pending points which it is need to be discussed. Okay, first one is, so consolidation we learned. Now let me explain about elimination rule. Okay, let me explain about elimination rules. So continuation to yesterday. So if you remember, we are learning about GLCO, we learned yesterday. You can run this process, consolidation process. So GLCO, you can go to consolidation and you are running consolidation process. You are executing consolidation online. Then transactions you are able to see, and you can see in the transactions in the trial balance as well. Or not only trial balance, you can see the reports in general ledger, whatever the reports you want, you can generate. Now one more function, elimination rule. What is this elimination rule? Okay, what is this elimination rule? If you want this elimination rule, first most important is elimination checkbox should be enabled. Just give me a second. I'm sorry. So here, the first most important is elimination checkbox should be enabled. Let me show you. Administration, organization administration. Organization administration, organizations, legal entities. I'm sorry, throat is a lot of. So GLCO, in this, first most important is elimination checkbox. Use for financial elimination process should be enabled. Once it is enabled, then you can create elimination rule. You can create elimination rule, GLCO, and activate. So if you are doing this one, system will verify for this company, whether elimination rule checkbox is enabled or not. Okay, what is this actual elimination rule? Once it is created, you can map here in the line details. I will show you. But what is this elimination rule? Let me go to yesterday topic. So we learned this one. If there is any transaction is posted, it will be posted like this. Am I right? Amount need to receive from DMF company, amount need to pay to USMF company. This will be posted. Agree? All these balances will be transferred. At that time, this transactions also will be posted. Amount need to be received means, suppose this is 133,100. Amount need to pay means 233,200. But now in GLCO company, if it is consolidated, this is consolidation company. Then this is not required. Am I right? Why it is required? It is all together you are taking consolidation. Got my point? Yeah.
Yes,
So in the consolidation company, amount received need to receive from internal companies. This is not required. This should be eliminated. And the same transaction it was posted between USMF versus RUMF, suppose. Okay, like this it will be posted. Agree? Any doubt in this? Now I need to remove this accounts consolidation elimination. So if I'm doing consolidation for USMF and DMF company, only these two, this account will have different balance. This will not come into the picture. Agree? If I'm doing consolidation, USMF and DMF, then this balance will come into the picture. This balance coming to the picture, but this balance will come into the picture, but this balance will not be coming to the picture. Agree?
It means when we do the consolidation, we need to eliminate the account, I mean, intercompany receivables and payables.
So it's not like intercompany receivable or payable. You need to have lines details while creating rules. You are mapping that ledger accounts. Whatever the ledger accounts you want to eliminate, that you need to select.
Okay.
So this is a manual task. You need to design. You need to map the properly like what it is. The rule. So what are the intercompany transactions posted? The ledger accounts. Those ledger accounts should be mapped here in this. So now these accounts considered, because we are doing USMF and DMF, this will not be considered. Agree? Any doubt in this? Because I'm doing USMF and DMF, RUMF I'm not mapping. Then here it was posted, suppose $5,000, and this one is $5,000, because all four transactions $5,000. Now it is suppose 10,000. This is also 10,000, and this is also 10,000. Now this 10,000 will come into the picture, and 5,000 will come into the picture. This 5,000 will come into the picture. So this only 10,000 will come into the picture. So now I can run this rule, elimination rule. Once it is defined, elimination journal. I can execute this one. Only one journal you are going to create in the consolidation company. Okay, as I told you yesterday itself, you cannot create any transaction in the system. So you can create elimination journal in the consolidation company. You cannot enter manually. System will not allow you. Manual entry will not allow you. You need to run the proposal. Elimination proposal. Then it will never tallied. Total debit and total credit will be never tallied. It may or may not. Because you are doing consolidation, whatever the companies you want. If it is consolidated all companies, if you are doing consolidation for all companies, then it will be tallied, debit and credits. But generally it may not be tallied, debits and credits. Then how it will be posted? Without debit and credit tallying, it will not post. So only one solution in this general ledger module in this company, general ledger module. Important information, ledger setup, parameters. Try to enter the value, whatever the difference is there. Try to enter here, maximum penny difference. You need to enter, so that system will allow you to post the transaction. Understood? it will be imbalanced, because you don't know like for how many companies you are consolidating. If it is this USMF, it is considered, but it is not considering RUMF, because RUMF I am not doing consolidation. Got it? Any confusion here? So only one extension. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, sir. But at any point of time, trial balance should match, right? Debit credit should match, right?
That is the reason. Yeah, it will be posted. The differences will be posted to difference account. That minimum differences, whatever it is, this was map. It will post to differences account. If you remember, a new company creation process, the like even for 0.01 also, it will be posted to one ledger account. Which
Yes.
ledger account will be posted? Which ledger account? If it is 0.01, it will post to the 0.0.
Appropriation.
Which, not appropriation. General ledger, posting setup, accounts for automatic transactions.
Okay.
This will post to the any difference in accounting currency and reporting currency. Even 0 point, so we'll learn like suppose 20 by 3 is equal to 6.6666 is the
Yes,
actual
yes.
value, but it is the in the system it will show you 6.67, so it is 000. Then the difference will be posted to this account.
0.3333.
Yeah. So 0.003333. Sorry. This account also should be posted. Am I right? Internally, I told you this will be difference will be posted to this account. Now it is posting big amounts, this much amount to this accounts, so that it will be tallied. Whatever you are doing, differences. Okay. So simple steps. One is you need to create elimination rule. You need to create elimination rule, and you need to map the details in the top, and then you need to go to elimination journal. You need to run this elimination journal. Otherwise, the same thing you can execute in the consolidation online. I told you yesterday. I will explain you the. I'm parking this point. I will explain you tomorrow. That's what here you can do it. In this one elimination, you can add elimination rule directly here. Got it? During consolidation itself, you can do the elimination. Otherwise, you can do elimination process separately, so that it will not create any problems for you, whatever the way you want. So remember, you need to map this maximum penny differences, some big value, so that journal should not fail. Okay, fine. Clear now? Elimination, consolidation process and elimination process. Any doubt in this? These two are covered, and business scenarios are also covered. Okay, this point we'll discuss most probably tomorrow. Let us understand this collection letters and interest notes. So whether I have explained this one, do you remember or not? No one is telling like yes or no at least, but it is one of the important topic. Fine, let me go. Collection letters. Collection letters. So here in the dynamics F&O, let me close this one and let me open, because all are GLCO. I want USMF company, regular USMF company. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be back in 1 minute, please. Okay, I'm back. So let us understand collection letters. Let us understand collection letters. So credit, like aging report we have discussed already, I know. Okay, now collection letters means here credit and collections. In these collection letters, first, what is the collection letter? What it means? It is actually in SAP they will use the word dunning letters. In SAP the word dunning letters. Maybe spelling may be different. I don't know the exact word. It is dunning letters. Actually, it is reminders. To be frankly, these are reminders, reminder letters. In my own words, I'm telling reminder letters. What do you mean by reminder letters? So you need to send periodically to the customers, like this is the amount balance pending from you. You need to send this reminder letter to the customer, like these are the amounts it is pending from you, so that if it is any deviations they will approach us. That's what reminder letters. Indirectly customer account statement, but in the customer account statement you are going to send invoices and payments, everything together. Whereas reminder letters, it is only pending invoices you are going to send to the customer. Okay, that is reminder letters or collection letters. Understood what is the meaning of or concept of this one, collection letters?
Yeah, Satya.
Okay, fine. The first most step is very simple steps. First most important setup is set up collection letter. You are giving the naming convention and you are entering the collection letter. Okay, here in this, if it is zero amount, then I am not doing any penalty. If it is suppose any amount pending from more than like $10 or $10, then I'm charging $20. So this is not the correct one. Like if it is suppose 1,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees, I'm going to charge some amount. If it is this much, so within these days you can enter the criteria. If it is delaying, you can have this. So this fee in olden days, I'm telling you, in olden days like 20 years back, usually we need to send, this is a like we don't have like email, like I mean to say this nowadays email is concept is more. Earlier 20 years back we don't have this much of email utilization. At that time we need to send a physical copy to the customer, and physical copy means stamp duty also there, like 5 rupees 10 rupees I need to apply. Courier charges are, at the time courier is not there, the stamp only, postal only. Initially it is 20-25 years back, there is no couriers, private couriers, it is only stamps. You need to purchase stamps, you need to stamp it and you need to send. That stamp charges why I need to pay, that is the reason they will collect this much kind of money. So nowadays it may not be required for you, depending upon your situations. You can map fee collection, that fee amount, whether you want really, if it is want, you can map it, otherwise you can skip. So if you are mapping some fee, you need to map the ledger account. It is must. If you are not mapping, not required. Understood? This is nominal charges you are getting. So one is printing charges. It is waste of my paper and is I'm sending reminders to the customers. So I want a paper. I'm spending money on paper. I'm spending money on courier. I'm spending my time and everything. I'm charging this much amount. I can charge like this. Otherwise, if you don't want, you can make it 0 only. And you can, once it is defined, this number sequence, collection letters, setup letters, number sequence, setup, collection letters, number sequence, then create collection letters. So you can run this process for invoices and whatever it is there, you can generate. Usually it is generate invoices. Okay, you can select collection letter 1, 2, 3, and you can execute. Once it is executed, automatically it will show you the collection letters here. It will show you. Okay, once it is showing here, suppose for something you can click on post button. Post button means if it is any voucher is there, as I told you in the mapping, if you have some money, you need to post it. So if you want, you can, so in this collection letters, the first step you are mapping, and you are mapping the ledger account and amount, the fee. If you are mapping, then we need to post that. It will not post automatically. It will be post. You need to post that one. So initially it will be created status. It will be created status. If it is any penalty, if it is voucher is there, if you want to post it, you can post it. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to cancel, you can cancel it. Either one you can do it. But you are taking a printout. You need to generate this one, and you need to send this one to the customer. So that one, it is available. Next steps also, it is the same steps. Whatever it is there, it is the same steps. One is for report, one is for voucher, journal voucher. If you want to see, you can see the voucher from here also. If it is posted, you can see the voucher from here also. But instead of that one, if you want to see, you can see the journal and you can see the voucher. $20, $20 was posted. Understood? So the major work is the print format. The print format, whatever it is, by default it is coming. It may not be exactly customer requirement. Customer may be suitable. Then you need to take help from technical person, and you need to make modification of the report print format. Understood? The report format, print format may not be happy with the clients wherever you are implementing. Then you need to modify as per the client requirement. So posted transactions, it will show you the voucher. So here it was posted. In this, voucher is there. The same thing you can see from there also. And print out. If you want, you can take it note, print out also from here. Otherwise, you can do from here also, no issues. Almost continuation it was showing clearly. So one more important point, once you define these collection letters, it is high or low, whatever it is, you are defining. So low, it is all are 0, and high, it was mapped something. So this is, you can configure as per the client requirement. Only one thing you need to remember, most important is this collection letter number sequences, whatever you have created, like setup collection letter sequence, that should be mapped in the posting profile in accounts receivable setup customer posting profiles. In the customer posting profiles, You need to map this here. Understood? Because it should be posted. The voucher should be posted. The voucher should be posted. If you want that voucher should be posted, then posting profile is most important. So that is this one. So customer will be posted, customer account from the from this one. It is whatever summary account is there, that will be captured, summary account, and this account is in the letter sequence number. Here we are mapping 403150. That is this one. Understood? Any confusion this one?
Satya, once posting this journal only, that the fee amount will be reflected in our income account, right? And
Yes, exactly, you're right. If it is created, it will not. Once it is posted only, it will reflect. Once it is posted. If it is created, and no need.
can we send this collection letter through mail format to the customer from this?
Yes, for every setup nowadays, it is can be through email. Through email also you can do it. So for that, we need to map some setups. In this one, for customer also it is there, in the customer account also, or it will be general also it is there. Let me show you. So more elaborated information, it is like print setups, emails. This is covered in 300 course content. Okay, in this, let me show you. General tab here. I think it is in the customer. Give me a second. Print setup will be there. Setup. Print management. So here, setups. So you can click on new. You can have option to do so you can, instead of doing this one, you can map emails. Got it? Email and print format. All these things you can do it. By default, it will be screen. If you want, you can map these setups so that it will be sent properly to the person. Okay, this is customer wise we saw just now. Okay, you can have the same concept in accounts receivable setup, forms, and form setup, I think, because whenever you need this, you will work. Okay, here print setup, the same thing. It is for all. Understood? Printer or email whatever it is. Got it?
Yeah, Satya, yeah.
So in this, it is for all. It is for all, like whatever you are doing. This is form setups. So all these print formats, whether you want to, suppose invoice print format, what are the fields default it should be enabled. While printing invoice, I want site number should be printed, serial number should be printed, batch number should be printed, all these things. You can use this function. This is setups, form setup, print formats. So this is also, as I told you, self-explanatory. It will be covered a lot inside. Okay, that is the reason Microsoft made 303 as required. In this, roles and responsibilities also will come into the picture, and it is more about techno-functional. You can use functionality, and if it is sometimes it may be technical also. Means if it is not working properly, you need to sit together closely with the developer, then only you can resolve it. Okay, fine. Understood? Any questions here related to collection letters? Collection letters, whatever you have learned just now, the same manner, exactly replica. If you look at this one, collection letters. Here, look at this one, setup interest codes. Here, setup collection letters. Here it is setup interest codes. Create collection letters, create interest nodes. And the review process, the same review process. And this is journal, this is printout, same. Now look at this one, interest nodes. So here, interest nodes, you can enter. So to be frankly, I never used this function, but it may be required in some clients, because whenever I'm explaining this one to Australian clients, they told like we will use this function. So I'm explaining to the Australian team. They are really Australian citizens. Okay, so they are really like they are Australian citizens. When I'm providing training, I told them like I never used in implementation. They told like we will use it. We have these functions. Okay, so now in this 15 days 2%. If it is delayed 15 days, I will charge 2% from the customer. Interest calculation. While doing interest calculation, we have, to be frankly, two. One is single interest rate and multiple rate means like a compound interest on interest calculations. So you can use mapping this function. If it is 1 month delayed, 2%. Like you can define whatever the way you want. You can define the interest nodes. This interest nodes, interest codes, whatever it is there, that interest codes you need to map here for same accounts receivable parameters you need to map. Once it is mapped, the like once again interest codes are created first. Then next step is you need to execute interest codes by clicking on create nodes, create interest nodes or interest codes. Click on select the invoice from date and to date, execute this one. Once it is executed, it will show you in the review process. Review and process interest nodes, it will show you the interest nodes here. Same process, post, cancel, and if you post it, it will show you the voucher. For this one, every transaction will have voucher because we have mapped interest calculation. Whereas collection letters, it may or may not, because if you map it, some charges it will show. If you are not mapped, it will not show. Got it? Any confusion, anything? This is about collection letters and interest notes. Okay, next one is, let us understand this one. Advanced bank reconciliation we'll see tomorrow, and we'll close the session by tomorrow. So credit limit and blocking rules. What is this means? So in the system, if you go to the customer account, accounts receivable, collapse all customers, all customers. Okay, so here, if you select the customer, only by default credit amount means, credit limit amount means, if you go here, scroll down, in this credit and collections, you have credit limit amount. So this functionality is available in AX 2009 oldest version, 2012 D365. I think it is available in 4.0 also. I have not remembered that one because in AX 4.0, the latest, the oldest version, 20 years back version, I worked for only some 3 to 6 months only, and I have not worked much in 4.0, like 16 years, 18 years back, whatever it is there. So from last 12 to 13 years, almost to 12, 13 years, I'm working with the Dynamics World AX 2012. It is there, this one, credit limit. Now, in the latest, it is one more. Give me a second. I would like to show you. So now it is only 2 hours. Earlier it is 4 hours. Slowly Microsoft decreased this one to 2 hours. Okay, in this actually there is one more function introduced recently, credit management. If you enable that credit management, then there will be so much information. Let me close this one and let me open otherwise. Just give me 1 second. I will show you. So credit management is a new function introduced almost more than 1.5 years back or 2 years back. In my opinion, we will call it as blocking rules. But as per Microsoft, it is telling like, give me a second. So if it is not working, run as administrator. And enter here the middle one, username. Click submit. It will take a minute time. So are you able to join tomorrow by 6 o'clock, everyone? Is it fine, everyone? So that we will complete this one by tomorrow.
Yeah, Satya.
For everyone, I think Mamata, you have joined late, and 1 or 2 persons joined late. Is it fine for you? Okay, okay, fine. Because I don't want you, because festival is there. everyone would like to have your works, personal works. So by tomorrow we'll complete this session. So try to join by 6 a.m. So logistics session is completed yesterday. So in logistics, people, they are planning to have discussing each other, even though it is class is over. Means they themselves making planning to have a group and connect each other in certain time. And this is their plan. I don't know how it is will be executed. So one senior person, one person should take the initiative. That person should be joined in time, and then it should be continued. If you want, you can plan like that. Because if you are not discussing each other, your knowledge will be dried. You cannot remember that one topics. So if you are sharing each other, if you are speaking, like form like a group, one group, and then try to discuss each other. Either you need to ask questions or you need to answer the questions. Okay, let me open from IE. Even that is not allowing, I need to do it. Because from the drop down it is, I can see this one.
Satya, one general clarification.
Yeah.
You have classified into different modules like finance, trade, and admin. So, are you conducting a class for admin also, or admin module also, or some other person is handling that?
No, some other person, like, so I'm handling this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one. But you know, no one look for HR and payroll. No one is looking for HR and payroll. Usually it is internal. So for these two, it will be like recently I'm interacting with different people, but the feedback is not coming properly. I mean to say, so don't expect the way how I'm delivering. One is commitment in time. Okay, timely manner, like I need to join the session without any delay. Second thing is like providing explanation like the way it is, and knowledge. So these three is a asset to me. Okay, whereas don't expect these guys retail and this is 340 and this is 300. These two are like I'm searching for a good person, but one person may have knowledge but may not be expressed properly. Some persons, they will have expressions properly, but they will not have time maintenance. There will be a lot of, am I right? This is the three criteria. So my asset is, one is commitment on time. Timely I will join without any delay. Second thing is like way of explanation. And second one is knowledge and patience here. Patience to listen.
The module requires a technical background, right, Satya?
No, it is not like technical, because technical means there are two. So majorly everyone is looking for MB300. Here technical means technical will be classified into two. One is X++ coding. This is also coding technical, and for this one it is not required. Of course, in some areas it may be required, okay, lightly, because if you are looking at permissions, security permissions, maybe it is required. And the major it is important is SQL server. One is okay. I'm not denying, like definitely it is some extent technical, but if you are a like I mean to say junior kind of people, means 2 to 3 years experience guys, they can understand this small thing. Understood? SQL Server and may not be X++ and Visual Studio also. Okay, so next one is Visual Studio. So for MB 300 500, this all are you are going to be expert. If it is 500, it is expert. If it is MB 300, means lightly. Understood?
Yeah.
This is very little you need to understand. But of course technical also there, techno functional. If it is more technical, you will depend on the technical consultant. If it is little, you can try to learn yourself. At my point?
Yeah.
So in this, suppose maybe 80% is 70%, like otherwise 50 to 60% normal functional front end, and maybe around 20 to 30% little bit technical, little technical knowledge. And maybe around 10 to 15%, maybe 10% maybe around more little bit technical. Okay, it's a combination. Understood? So you can some extent you can learn this one, and if you are able to manage, you can learn this also. This may not be. For this one, you can depend on the technical consultant. Got my point?
Yeah, Satya. Yeah.
So this is a combination. Okay, fine. We are deviating. So if it is, let me go back. If it is credit management is enabled, first thing is you need to verify. So in this data management framework, sorry, not data management, feature management. I'm sorry, feature management. You can open from here, feature management, or you can go to the modules. You can go to the modules and you can go to system administration, and you can see here feature management. Either one you can open. And one more function it is introduced in this one. Okay, here credit management. So in my opinion, you can use the word blocking rules rather than credit management. This is credit management is enabled. If it is credit management is enabled, then you can take the duplicate tab. If it is enabled, then you can go to credit and collections. Then if you look at this one, setup, a new function is added, credit management setup. So in normal situations, we don't have that one. Look at this one. Credit and collections, collapse all, setup only one, something is there. Whereas in this new one, so if you look at this one, in the setup, if you expand, there is credit management function added. In this, you can find blocking rules. So the first rule, overdue days. So overdue days overdue. If it is crossed, block this one. For each customer wise or something. So if it is crossed these many days, block the customer transaction. Account status, block if it is hold. Terms of payment, block this one if it is like this. Or credit limit expired. So this is the amount is expired from 30 days already, then it is black. If it is overdue amount, then it will be black. Sales order, in one sales order, if it is more than 50,000, any sales order, block it immediately. Don't do transaction. Or for specific customer or vendor, specific customer. So exclusion means it is allowed more than 20,000 up to 20,000 it will be allowed. Like you can so credit limit used. %. So these are blocking rules. 7 blocking rules. Means suppose in the customer account, if you go to the customer account, look at this one. I will give you an example. Suppose US002, if I go to transactions, if I verify the transactions are pending, any one transaction is pending from 2016. One single transaction is pending from 2016. Suppose now if you go to like this is transactions only, but if you go settle open transactions, collect open transactions, means unpaid invoice, one invoice it is pending from so many days. Unpaid transaction, suppose it is in 2021 is there. Suppose one invoice is pending from 2016 or 2019 or 2018. It is pending, am I right? So even though credit limit is exist, we need to block that customer, because he is not paying from so many days, so and so days pending. In this only it is amount will be verified, only amount. If it is the first one like normal regular customer account, look at this one, customer. If you go to the customer account, only amount is there. This is a normal function, old function, whatever it is there. Give me a second. If you go to credit and collections, you have only amount. Only amount. Whereas in the new function, this is blocking rules, whatever I told, credit management. If you go here, customer account, accounts receivable, customers, all customers. Along with customers, we have so much. Let me go to USMF company. If it is not finished in 2 minutes or something, then we'll discuss tomorrow, no problem. Okay, if you go to this customer, there are so many setups. Look at this one. it was extended like anything, the days. Credit and collections. Look at this one. It is credit limit is expiration date is 2019. So now system will not allow you to do the transaction for this customer because the like credit limit is provided up to 2019 only. Understood? It is amount and date. We need to extend this one credit limit up to this date. And insurance guarantee amount means against this customer I'm doing payment insurance, so extra 5,000, some 10,000 or something is there, I can add and I can it will be increased to credit limit of the total credit limit. And this one is within the customer currency, means this is US dollar suppose, and if you are entering in GBP it will convert into GBP and it will show you the GBP currency. Understood? And expiration date. So if you are posting any transaction now, it will stop you because the expiration date is 2019. It should be extended to 2022. Got it? And it will verify the blocking rules. So for this 0 days only means overdue days. Once it is days is over, it will not allow you. Like we can use. So everywhere it will be blocked. It will be blocked. So account status hold, it is there. Look at this one, hold. That means in earlier it is normal way, somewhere else it is there account status. Now here account status on hold, it is available. One more function newly introduced. If it is enabled, it will be stopped. Okay, earlier we have one more earlier function, the old function. Give me a second. It is, I think, miscellaneous details are somewhere else. It will be there. It is invoice, I think, invoice and delivery. On hold, or give me a second. It will be available in somewhere else. The old function, it is available in the not here. Let me draw from the system. See here, invoice and delivery on hold. It is there here. Whether it is the same or not. Okay, it is same only. Sorry, it is same only. The same thing, but it was moved from here to here. Let me go to credit and collections. Earlier it is showing here. Now it was moved to here. The same. But I thought it is different, but it is same. So if you map it on hold, it will be stopped. Furthermore, transaction will not be allowed to post. And if this credit limit is expired, the amount is, this is credit limit is expired, then it will be stopped. And if you like, it is blocked the transactions. So all are blocking only. Understood? These are 7 blocking rules. And if this amount is one single order, even though that customer is having like suppose like 20 lakhs credit limit, 20 lakhs credit limit, but it will stop even though it is credit limit is having 20 lakhs. I cannot invoice $5,000 invoice. It should be blocked and it should be monitored by one person, should be approved. Then only we can proceed. Like that it is. So once it is blocked, we can have option like in credit and collections. If you want, I will show you tomorrow in detail about credit limit adjustments. From here, we can do the process. On hold list, we can process. Okay. Tomorrow, I will continue on this one in detail. What about this credit limit, and we'll complete. Okay. So tomorrow will be the last session, most probably. So try to join at 6 o'clock. Okay. See you all. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Satya, yeah.
Okay, fine. Connect once again at tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Okay.
Sure, sir. Yeah.